Guys, hello! Time to start. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, traders. And it is the live stream. Yes, I'm happy to see you here. I see more than 20 members already watching this live stream, already waiting for this live stream. And as always, while others are connecting to this live stream, first of all, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Vasily. I'm a pro trader. I'm trading for more than 9 years, and I'm a technician. I'm a pure technician, and I apply technical analysis. And during this live sessions, what I'm doing, I'm showing you how I analyze the markets, how I analyze the charts, how I am looking for the trading setups, how I make predictions, analyzing different markets, and as always, very important element of our live sessions is the live chat. Yes, because in live chat, I want you to ask questions. I want you to participate. I want you to be involved in this live stream, and I want you to ask me. Yes, to ask me to analyze anything you want to. Ask me to clarify if something is not clear. Yes, I'm here to help. It's your time. So please, 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 please don't be shy and ask questions. Also, please say hello in the live chat if you're here, if everything is fine. Yes, if you see me, if you see the chart, say hello, say good morning, good evening, good day, depending on your time zone. And hello, Lee Shihi, hello, Kumara, hello, Rabindra, Kelvin, Shanna, Rohit, Patrick, Peter, Mundi, Vibhav, Donaldson, Malu, Vanda. So many members here. Nice to see you. Nice to see you all. So to warm up today, I wanted to start with the Aussie New Zealand here. Analyzing Aussie New Zealand, I simply want to show you how exactly my thinking process works and how exactly I analyze the charts. And my trading strategy is called the top-down analysis. And the main idea of this trading strategy is that we analyze multiple time frames. We start with the higher time frame, and as we analyze the higher time frame, then we analyze the lower time frames, and we look for certain confirmations. So here in Aussie New Zealand, our task, first of all, analyzing the daily time frame, is to get where the market is going, what is the current direction of the market. And quite easily, we can spot that the pair here is not trending. The pair here is in a consolidation. The pair is trading in sideways. And moreover, if we zoom in the chart and analyze just the recent price action, we also can spot that for the last, how many? For the last 2 months, you can see that the market is ranging as well. You can see that we are trading within one more range. So you can imagine how deep is the consolidation on Aussie New Zealand. You can see that not only we are globally consolidating from the beginning of the year, we also are consolidating locally. And the fact is, traders, that analyzing the recent price action, we can spot that just recently the price reached the support of that range. The price reached the support of that range, and we saw a little pullback from that. Because it is the ranging market, traders, the idea always is that once you spot the market trading within the range, probabilities are always high that from the resistance of the range you will see the bearish movement all the way down to the support of the range, and from the support of the range chances are high to see the bullish movement all the way up to the resistance of the range, right? So with that in mind, we can spot that we are currently approaching the support of the range, and as we just discussed, probabilities are quite high that the price will bounce all the way up to the resistance of the range. However, traders, the fact is that the accuracy of your predictions will be much higher if you will take into consideration the reaction of the price to the structures that you spotted on a daily on lower time frames. Yes, so if you analyze how the market reacts to certain important points on lower time frames and spot some confirmation there, that will dramatically increase the accuracy of your predictions. So once you spot a decent setup, once you spot the point from where you expect a bullish or bearish movement, then I always suggest start analyzing lower time frames. Start analyzing the intraday time frames and look how the market reacts to that structure there. So what we will do, we'll open a 4-hour time frame and we will investigate what is happening here and we will look for some bullish clues. First of all, traders, you can see that once the market reached the resistance of the range, from the resistance of the range, the market started to trade in a minor bearish trend. You can see that from there the market started to fall and you can see that we were very bearish. Analyzing the lows and highs, we can spot that once the market reached that high, the pair started to trade within the channel. You can see that the market started to fall within that channel, perfectly respecting its boundaries. And take a look what happened, traders, when we reached our horizontal support. You can see that when we reached our horizontal support, the price bounced and we violated the resistance of the channel. And of course, for us, it is a very important bullish clue. Then, analyzing what happened next, you can see that then the market started to consolidate. You can see that we started to set equal highs and at the same time, the market was setting the higher lows. So here we have the classic example of the so-called bullish accumulation. Here we have a perfect example of the bullish triangle, traders. Yes, here is our triangle and you can see that for now, the price perfectly respects that resistance. And for the sellers, that resistance is the resort to sell from. It is the point from where sellers are willing to sell the market. And for that reason, we see the bearish reactions from that. So our task, our confirmation right here, traders, our indicator of the strength of the buyers then will be the violation of that. Yes, if buyers violate that resistance to the upside, if the 4-hour candle closes above that resistance, it will be our bullish confirmation. It will be our bullish signal. And then we will expect a bullish continuation. So if you're wondering how to buy that setup, where exactly to set your buy limit, where is your stop loss and target, the best advice is to first wait for the 4-hour candle close above that resistance, then set your buy limit order on a retest of a broken structure. Yes, set your stop loss strictly below the lows. Yes, the safest stop loss is always lying below the lows, and your target for the trade will be the resistance. So that will be the, I would say, the local swing trade. Yes, the tiny swing trade that you can consider on Aussie New Zealand. And first, traders, remember that the main idea of that setup was that we spotted the range on a daily and we spotted the test of the support of the range. And analyzing the reaction of the price to the support of the range, we spotted that triangle formation, yes, and we discussed that the bullish breakout of the resistance of the triangle will be a strong bullish signal. Yes, then we can buy the market on retest, expecting a bullish movement to the resistance of the range that we spotted in a daily. Traders, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what else to analyze for you. I see a question from Muska about New Zealand dollar, for example. So let's check this one. And by the way, traders, as always, if something is not clear in my analysis here in Aussie New Zealand, please let me know. Yes, I will be happy to clarify if something is not clear. So New Zealand dollar up here. New Zealand dollar up here. Let's check this one. By the way, thank you for joining. I see more and more members joining this session. Traders, welcome and thank you for being here. So what I see here on New Zealand dollar, Muxa says that New Zealand dollar is breaking the channel. Could you please confirm if I'm wrong? Let's check. First of all, as always, let's start the analysis from a daily time frame right here. Let's try to get what exactly is happening with the pair. The first thing to note is that New Zealand dollar pair is trading in a bearish trend. You can see that since we reached that high in January, yes, the market started to trade in a bearish trend. That is a very important clue for us to consider. Recently, you can see that once the market reached that structural low, from that low, the market started a correctional movement. The market reached that high and then bearish wave initiated. With that in mind, analyzing the price action, we can spot that the market was falling and the market violated that important rising trend line. Moreover, here we also got a very important horizontal structure. We got a very strong support right here. That was broken. So you can see that with that bearish candle, the market violated a very strong horizontal support and also a very important trend line and clues below that. And you can see that then we retested that, and from there we saw a bearish movement. Then the market dropped, and you can see that the price reached that horizontal support, and from that support we saw the pullback. So what can be our plan then? Also here, we should definitely underline the support based on the current structural low. That is a very important support cluster for the buyers. First, concerning the long-term perspective, I believe, traders, that the pair will be bearish. I will expect the next bearish wave after breakout of these two supports. If the daily candle closes below these two supports, of course, chances will be high that the market will go lower, that the market will drop to the new lows. So those who are looking for the trend following opportunities, that would be a very nice confirmation for you to follow. Then, if we open the 4 hour, let's check what is happening here in the 4 hour time frame. Let's try to analyze the price action and let's try to look for the important clues here. So let's try to look for some channel right here. Let's try to look for some important clues. Opening the 4 hour and analyzing the highs, we can spot that important trend line, right? Very peculiar one. And if we take that low, you can see that it feels like here we are trading within a falling wedge pattern. So traders, very interesting thing. Take a look. We reached that support, right? And once we reach that support within the wedge pattern, you can see that we formed the double bottom, classic reversal pattern. So it feels like the market is quite oversold here. Yes, it feels like the market may start a correctional movement here in New Zealand dollar. In order to confirm that, in order to confirm the strength of the buyers, what we will need here, we will need the breakout of the neckline of that double bottom, and we'll need the breakout of the resistance of the watch. The breakout of them too will be a strong bullish signal for us. The breakout of them too will most likely push the prices at least to that horizontal resistance. So if you're looking for buying on New Zealand dollar, my advice to you is to monitor that double bottom, is to monitor that falling wedge pattern, and to look for the breakout of both the resistance of the wedge and that double bottom. By the way, traders, of course, you should remember that today we are expecting the CPI report. Yes, just in 4 hours, we are expecting the CPI news, and definitely they will affect the dollar related instruments. If you want me to share with you the update for dollar index, if you want me to share with you what I see on dollar index at the moment, give me yes in a live chat and I will share with you the detailed analysis. Now I see a question from Salih about WTI oil. WTI oil is in my list for today, so let's check that, because this one here is very, very, very tricky. First, let's open this one on a daily time frame, traders, and let's discuss what is the situation. So I guess for you traders, no surprise that since the beginning of summer, yes, the market is very bullish. Yes, we can see that the market keeps growing right here, and we are trading in a strong bullish trend. And the thing is that analyzing the historical structures, we can spot that horizontal resistance. And checking the ideas on TradingView, checking how the traders perceived that resistance, I spotted that many traders already posted very bullish forecasts after the breakout of that structure. However, traders, you should remember that perspective really matters in trading. And some structures, some daily structures can be the weekly structures. If we open a weekly time frame, traders, if we open a weekly time frame on WTI crude oil, we can spot that the structure that we just identified on a daily time frame can also be recognized on a weekly. And on a weekly time frame, it is a little bit wider, because you can see that also right here we got important historical price action. So here in WTI crude oil, we have a perfect example of the weekly zone of supply. And why do I call that the zone of supply? Because traders, technically speaking, you can see that we saw the bullish reactions from here, from here, from here. Then after the breakout, we saw the bearish reactions from here, from here, from here. Yes, I just try to underline the levels from where we saw the bearish and bullish reactions. And you can see that within that area, we saw bearish and bullish reactions from many different levels. And of course, such drawings, make our chart very, very messy. So in order to keep your charts clean, what we do instead, we just draw one single zone that unites all the structures. And such a zone we call the zone of supply. And why that zone here is so important for us? Because within the supply zone, we have the selling orders. Yes, within that zone, the selling orders are placed. And higher the market goes within that zone, more and more and more and more selling orders are placed within that. So in order for you to confirm further bullish continuation on WTI crude oil, you should strictly look for a bullish violation of that entire area. If the weekly candle closes above that resistance, that will be your bullish confirmation. That will confirm that the market is bullish and that it is going higher. And of course, then your next goal will be that resistance. But for now, even though on a daily time frame the breakout is confirmed, it is too early to see that the market will go higher. Remember that we are still testing the key weekly structure. We are still approaching a very important resistance. So for that reason, I would suggest waiting for the weekly breakout of this one. Then alternatively, remember that from that supply zone, the bearish movement may initiate. Of course, from that resistance, bears may start pushing the prices lower and the correctional movement may initiate. In order to confirm the initiation of a bearish movement on WTI crude oil, I want you to monitor that rising channel on a daily. You can see that at the moment, the market is trading in a rising parallel channel, traders. And if the price breaks and closes below the support of the channel, if bears violate the support of the channel and close below that on a daily, that will be a strong bullish signal. That will trigger a correctional movement on WTI crude oil. Yes, so these are the scenarios for you to watch. Let me know, by the way, traders, in the live chat, what are your personal expectations from WTI crude oil? Do you think that this one will go higher, or are you bearish? Now, I promised to analyze for you the dollar index. So let's open the DXY and check this one together, because definitely CPI report is coming, and we should pay close attention to dollar index, because dollar index may reflect in advance to us the bias of the big players. Yes, because I always say, traders, that big players know the data in advance before us, and they start placing their orders, but they do that trying to hide their actions. But sometimes price action gives us very important clues. So analyzing dollar index, analyzing the daily time frame, we can see that from that level the market started a correctional movement, and for 1 month already dollar index is growing. Yes, and we see the bullish movement. However, even though the index is bullish now, do not forget about the fact that we are trading in a long-term bearish trend right here. Yes, the market here is bearish, and for that reason we still remain bearish biased. If we analyze the key levels on a daily, we can spot that recently dollar index reached that horizontal resistance. You can see that here that structure was the support first, and after the breakout you can see that it turned into resistance that the market perfectly respected, and you can see that for now we have even set 2 equal highs, perfectly respecting that structure. So first of all, based on that analysis, we can easily derive the bullish plan for dollar index. If the market breaks and closes above that horizontal resistance, that will be a strong bullish signal, and then a bullish continuation will be expected to that horizontal resistance. Yes, so if you're looking for a bullish confirmation, that would be the best confirmation for you of a coming bullish continuation on dollar index. By the way, give me yes in a live chat if you want me to execute multiple time frame analysis for this one as well, because for now we are discussing this one from the perspective of the swing trader, of the wave trader. Then, important thing to note right here is that we have a very strong horizontal support right here. Yes, from where just recently we saw a strong bullish reaction. And the thing is that also right here, we have a strong support. So here on dollar index, we can spot wide and strong zone of demand. Yes, and from that zone of demand, we have recently seen very important bullish reactions. So I do believe, traders, that the index will return to global bearish trend only after a breakout of that entire area. So if the daily candle closes below that entire area, that will confirm to me that the market returns to that global bearish trend and further bearish continuation is coming. So if you are looking for the initiation of the next bearish wave on dollar index, the violation of that area would be the best confirmation for you. Now let's check the intraday time frames right here, because the thing is that we just reached that resistance. Yes, we just reached that resistance and we just tested that the second time. So from that, yeah, the bearish movement may easily initiate to that support. Yes, so let's check what is happening there. Opening a 4-hour, traders, opening a 4-hour time frame, important thing is that once we reached our resistance, from that resistance we dropped. We reached the intraday structure support, right? I guess you see we reached the intraday structure support right here. And from that intraday structure support, we saw the bullish reaction. But instead of returning to that horizontal resistance, the price here set the lower high. And here in dollar index, we have a perfect example, traders, of the inverted cup and handle pattern. Yes, I hope you see this pattern right here, this cute little pattern here. You can see that we formed the cup and handle, and you can see that at the moment the market is breaking the neckline of the pattern. So to me, the index will be bearish if the market breaks and closes below that horizontal neckline. If the 4-hour candle closes below that horizontal neckline, it will give us a very important intraday bearish signal. Yes, it will give us a very important intraday bearish confirmation, and that will push the index lower. Where will be the goal for the sellers then? Where will be the target for the sellers? The target for the sellers then will be our closest support, the one that we spotted on a daily time frame. Yes, so from a current perspective, based on the intraday analysis, the index looks bearish to me. Yes, and the 4-hour candle close below the neckline will confirm the intraday bearish scenario, traders. And you can see that the 4-hour candle closes in 3 hours 15 minutes. So patiently wait for a candle close below. That will be a strong bearish confirmation. Traders, let me know if everything is clear. Let me know if you follow. And by the way, the today's CPI report will be very important for euro dollar, for gold, for pound dollar. So let me know which instrument to analyze for you next, because I prepared for you the analysis for all these instruments. I see, by the way, a question about Aussie dollar. As you know, I recently shared very bearish forecast on my free Telegram channel for Aussie dollar pair. And as you remember, we spotted the confirmed structure breakout on Aussie dollar. We spotted its violation. Then the market retested that, and after retest, the market dropped, perfectly respecting that horizontal support. So what is next? If we analyze the price action on a daily time frame on Aussie dollar, Now, first of all, we should make a conclusion that since the beginning of the year, the market is trading in a bearish trend. However, since spring, the market is consolidating and we are trading within the horizontal range. So first of all, the first thing to consider right here is that the next bearish wave on Aussie dollar pair will be expected after the breakout of that horizontal support. If the market breaks and closes below that horizontal support, if a daily candle closes below that horizontal support, the support of the range, it will be a strong trend following signal for us, and then we will expect a further bearish continuation. However, as we discussed earlier at the beginning of this live stream, once we spot the consolidating market, we are expecting that the market will keep consolidating. Yes, once we spot the range, chances are high that the market will keep trading within the range. It will keep trading within the boundaries of the range, perfectly respecting its support and resistance. So, approaching this support of the range, of course, we can look for bullish clues. We can look for bullish confirmations. And for now, in order to confirm the initiation of a bullish movement here on Aussie dollar pair, I would suggest monitoring that horizontal resistance. You can see that the market dropped, we reached that low, we retraced, and then we tried to go lower, but we were rejected heavily, signifying a strong bullish pressure from that support. So I will be bullish on the pair if the market breaks and closes above that resistance. Yes, the bullish violation of that resistance will be a strong bullish signal that will push the prices higher. So if you're looking for the buying opportunities on Aussie dollar so far, a very strong bullish signal will be the violation of that horizontal resistance. And Trandira says, how do we know if it is a false breakout or not? In brief, the best way to confirm that the breakout is false is when the market violates the entire area and then returns above its boundaries if it is the support. So if the market breaks that support, then bounces and closes above the broken structure, that breakout is confirmed. And if the market breaks that resistance and then drops and closes below the broken structure, then the breakout right here is false. Now, Muska says, I always ask this, do you use any technical indicators at all? Very rarely, but I do, and I always show that. Here is the list of the technical indicators that I personally use. Yes, you can check them, and occasionally I check these indicators. Now, traders, let's analyze gold. And let me help you to prepare for the today's CPI report, and let me share with you the important things to watch right here. So first of all, if you're wondering why gold is falling, you should remember the fact that since the beginning of May, we are trading in a bearish trend. Yes, once that high was reached, the market started to trade in a bearish trend. Once that structural low was reached, from that low, the correctional movement started. The market reached a very important horizontal resistance, and from that resistance, the market started to fall. What we can spot analyzing the recent price action is that, first of all, for us, it is crucially important to remember about a major falling trend line right here. Yes, because for 3 times in a row, yeah, the market already dropped from that major falling trend line right here. This one here is phenomenally important, so we always should remember about this one. So you can see that the price respected that trend line 2 times. We formed double top right here. We violated the neckline of the double top, close below that, and then bears started to push the prices lower. The market dropped, and for some time that support, yes, was holding the market. You can see that we dropped quite sharply, but once that support was reached, we were rejected, and from that we saw a strong pullback. Yeah, so definitely for some time that support remained relevant for the market participants. However, yesterday that support was broken. Yes, yesterday with that bearish candle we violated that support. We closed below that support, and it was a very important bearish signal, traders. That violation was a very important bearish clue. And then, of course, that broken structure turned into a very strong resistance, traders. And now that resistance is the resort for the sellers to sell from. Now it is the important zone for the sellers. And where are our supports? Where is our closest support? So far, our closest support is that zone of demand. Yes, that area so far is the closest strong support. So to me, the violation of that support right here is a very important bearish signal. And from a daily time frame perspective, I personally believe that probabilities will be high that gold will keep falling, that gold will drop lower. And the goal for the sellers now is that horizontal zone of demand. Yes, the upper boundary, the 1907 level, yes, will most likely be reached quite soon. By the way, let's also check the trend lines. Yes, I also wanted to show you that trend line. That trend line right here is very important for us because, first of all, just recently, 3 times in a row, the market dropped from that trend line. Yes, and recently we saw strong bearish reactions from that trend line. And that trend line now helps us to make our potential sell zone narrow, because our sell zone from a current perspective will be based on the horizontal structure, yes, the broken horizontal structure and that trend line, so that our resistance will be right here, traders. Yes, my advice to you is to let the market reach that resistance, yes, and from that resistance look for shorting, because chances will be very high that from that gold will drop lower. By the way, traders, let me know in a live chat if you want me to analyze the intraday perspective on gold. Give me yes if you want to share with if you want me to share with you the intraday perspective. Yes. If you're bullish, if you are bullish here, if you're looking for the bullish confirmation on gold, you should remember that for now we have multiple resistances right here. We have the resistance right here, we have the resistance right here, and of course, bullish breakout of that yellow structure cluster will be a local bullish signal that will push the prices higher to that resistance. However, personally, for now, I do not really believe in a bullish scenario. From a technical perspective, for now, the market is very bearish. So even we have some bullish CPI data for gold, for now at least, for now traders, I believe that the impact of the bullish news will be quite limited. But we never knew. Yes, we never knew for sure, because everything can change. Yeah. So cheaters, that is for now the plan. From a daily time frame perspective, main focus is that resistance. Now let's analyze this one from intraday perspective, and let's try to check what is happening here on the intraday time frames. Opening a 4-hour time frame. The first, by the way, let's just make our zone a bit more narrow so you could better see that here. Yes, here is our zone. So, what is up here? First of all, let's look for some trend lines. If I remember correctly, I saw something important there. Let me think. So, first, after the breakout of this structure, you can see that we formed right here high momentum bearish candle. You can see that with this strong bearish candle, the market violated that structure. And after the breakout, you can see that the market became quite weak. And you can see that then we formed 3 very weak candles. Now let's check what hourly time frame tells us. Let's check if we have some important data right here on an hourly time frame. I remember, traders, that somewhere there it was the wedge pattern. I just trying to remember where exactly it was, because certainly let me just open the naked chart. Yes, and analyze the price action right here from the naked chart perspective. Yeah, to check if we have something peculiar right here. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to identify the 3 touches based trend line. Yeah. So back to our drawings. We have that falling trend line right here. And if we add one more trend line right here, we can spot that from such a perspective, gold is now trading within a falling wedge pattern. Yes, so I want to remind you that on a daily, we spotted that falling trend line. And then, analyzing the lower time frames, we just spotted one more trend line, and we now confirm that the market here is trading in a falling wedge pattern. And you can see that after the breakout of that horizontal structure, the market reached the support of the wedge. Yes, the market reached the support of the wedge, and the support of the wedge was perfectly respected. With that in mind, analyzing how the market was reacting to the support of the wedge, you can see that we dropped sharply. Then the market was very weak. You can see that sellers were very weak, and we were forming weak bearish candles. After the test of the support of the wedge, however, we formed a bullish engulfing candle. And you can see that that bullish candle completely engulfed that bearish candle right here. So for us, definitely it is a very important bullish clue right here. And then here we formed a bullish pattern. Here we formed the cup and handle pattern. Again, traders, take a look. Here is our neckline. And here goes the cup, right? And here goes the handle. Yes, here is our cup and handle pattern formation. And currently, the market is testing its neckline. Yes, you can see that the market is testing its neckline, and we see the breakout attempt of this one. Look, traders, the hourly candle closes in just 1 second. Yes, so let's check how it closed. And that violation is very tricky because we kind of closed above. And yeah, I believe, traders, that violation, we closed above the neckline, and moreover that the high of the candle was way above the neckline. So to me, that violation is very important bullish clue. Yes, and from the intraday perspective, I truly believe that gold now may go higher. Yes, before the CPI data, most likely this one will keep growing. Yes, from the price action perspective, from the structure based perspective, I think that this one will go higher. Traders, let me know if you want me to also check the scalping time frames, the 15 minutes time frames, the 5 minutes time frames. Let me know if you're interested in the analysis of this time frames. And Yusuf says, hi Vasily, can you talk more about candlestick bleeding? How the 4-hour candlestick make the daily candle? I believe within a day we have 6 4-hour candles. Yeah, definitely. My friend, remember that all the time frames, we have a very strict relationships between the time frames. And of course, the price action, for example, on the hourly time frame has very important impact on the formation of the 4-hour candles, even the daily candles. So definitely it is very important. Let's check what is happening now on even lower time frames. Yes, let's investigate together the scalping time frames. First of all, 30 minutes. Yes, 30 minutes. What can we see on the 30 minutes time frame? One important thing to note about the 30 minutes time frame is that you can see that we violated the neckline of our cup and handle pattern 30 minutes ago already. And you can see that we already closed above this one on 30 minutes time frame, and we already retested the broken neckline. And you can see that we got right here a very strong rejection. You can see that we got a very strong rejection from a broken structure, and that is already a quite important bullish confirmation from a scalping perspective, because that rejection right here signifies that buyers are willing to buy from that broken neckline. Yes, that is a very solid bullish clues for us. Now, 15 minutes. Yes, let's check the 15 minutes. Let's check what is up here in 15 minutes. Nothing special, I guess, at the moment. The only thing that we can note on the 15 minutes time frame is that right here we have the horizontal range. Yes, the handle of the cup and handle pattern that we spotted on an hourly time frame now is the range. Yes, the handle of the pattern now looks like the range, the horizontal range. And from such a perspective, traders, look, we have a very strong bullish impulse right here. And after the formation of the impulse, the market started to consolidate. And the violation of the resistance of the range right here is definitely a strong local bullish trend following signal. Yes, so I guess you would agree with me that from the 15 minutes time frame perspective, this one looks even more bullish. Then let's open the 5 minutes time frame and let's investigate the 5 minutes time frame if we have some extra clues right here. I guess nothing for now. Yes, traders, I guess you would agree with me that for now we have nothing important right here. Let's open the 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute time frame here is very interesting, traders, because on 1 minute time frame we can see in detail how the market was reacting to the broken neckline of the cup and handle pattern that we spotted on an hourly time frame. So we violated the neckline of the pattern. We closed above that, and then the market started to consolidate. You can see that then we had the consolidation. Then we saw a bearish movement, and the market retested the broken neckline of the cup and handle pattern. And from the price action perspective, we got right here the formation of double bottom. Yes, traders, do you see the double bottom right here? We formed the double bottom, and you can see that the neckline of the double bottom pattern was broken. Yes, you can see that the neckline was violated, and for us, it is the indication of the local strength of the buyers. So you can see how easily the buyers violated the neckline of the pattern and closed above that. So to me, that violation right here is quite important bullish confirmation. Yes, and from the scalping perspective, this one indicates the very local strength of the buyers. Traders, let me know if everything is clear. As always, once I see a decent setup, once I see a decent confirmation, once I see a very peculiar pattern, remember that I will always share the analysis with you on my free Telegram channel. So make sure that you subscribe. The links are in the description below. For now, as we discussed, from a daily time frame perspective, we are bearish. Yes, daily time frame looks very bearish, and we spotted the zone from where we will look for shorting. However, then checking the intraday perspective, we spotted that the market is trading within a flag formation. Yes, not the flag, the wedge pattern formation. We spotted the falling wedge, and we spotted that the price is currently approaching this support of the wedge. Analyzing the reaction of the price to the support of the wedge, we spotted the cup and handle pattern on an hourly time frame. Yes, we spotted the cup and handle, and we spotted that the market violated the neckline of the pattern, giving us a very important intraday bullish confirmation. And then analyzing the 1 minute time frame, we spotted the local sign of strength of the buyers. Yes, and we spotted the double bottom formation right here, the neckline breakout and retest. Yes, giving us the very lower time frame bullish confirmation. Let me know, traders, in the live chat, what are your personal expectations from gold? What do you expect from the CPI report? And let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if my analysis here makes sense to you. Now, I promised to analyze Pound Aussie pair. Let's open Pound Aussie and let's check this one. I guess you saw, traders, that on Pound Aussie we recently got very important structure breakout. Yes, we got right here the important resistance that was broken to the upside. The market violated that, we closed above that, and then we retested the broken structure, and from there we saw a strong bullish reaction. However, analyzing Pound Aussie with my students, we have identified a very important trend line. Let me just remember from where exactly we were drawing this one. Probably from here. Yeah, so we spotted that very important rising trend line. And the problem was that that trend line also matched with that, traders, with that historical structure. Yeah, take a look here, traders. We got right here a very important historical structure. So that Pound Aussie recently reached a very important point of confluence. The confluence between the horizontal structure and trend line, from where we saw a strong rejection. You can see that the wick of that candle is bigger than the body of that candle, and that rejection right here is the indicator of the importance of that confluence zone for the market participants. So my advice is to wait for the initiation of a correctional movement. I personally believe that from that zone the correctional movement may initiate on the pair. So be prepared for a bearish movement. Yes, that is the plan. Now, traders, Euro dollar probably or pound dollar. Let me know. Let me know what to analyze for you next. Funny thing is that reading the live chat today, no questions about sorry, no questions about euro dollar and pound dollar. Wow, that is a quite rare thing. So I even wondering why why is it so. By the way, also remember, traders, that if I miss your questions in the live chat, please ask again, because the occasionally the chat is moving very quickly. So if I miss your question, please ask. And I guess 20 minutes ago we got a question about Dow Jones index. So let's check this one, because here this one is very peculiar. I want to remind you, traders, that earlier Dow Jones index reached a very important weekly structure resistance. We have right here the weekly structure cluster. Yes, that was reached. We reached that weekly structure cluster, and it turned out, traders, that testing that weekly structure cluster, we have formed a bearish engulfing candle here on the weekly. Yes, on the weekly time frame, the engulfing candle was formed. And as always, the formation of the engulfing candle is a very important bearish signal. Traders, by the way, if you want to learn how to trade, if you want to learn how to read the candlesticks, how to read the price action patterns, how to execute the top-down analysis, remember that you can learn all that in my premium group. All of the links are in the description below, or check my website. It is vasilytrader.com. So we formed the bearish engulfing candle, and that is the indicator that that structure is still important for the market participants, that it is still relevant. On a daily time frame, then, what I spotted was the formation of a double top with the confirmed neckline breakout. Yes, the market violated the neckline. The market violated the neckline. Yes, and from that point, exactly, the violation initiated. And to me, traders, to me, the index looks very bearish, and I personally believe that this one can easily drop lower. So far, our closest support on the index is right here. Yes, and it wasn't reached. Yes, we got the attempt to reach that, but it wasn't reached. And I think, I think that this one will be tested soon, so I would expect the bearish continuation. Analyzing the intraday time frames here briefly, however, we can spot that currently the index in a deep consolidation. Yes, you can see that we are ranging. And the market is probably ranging because the big players are awaiting the CPI report. So from the perspective of that range, I think it is too late to open shorts now, because we are already consolidating. We already reached the support of the range, so probably the price even bounced to the resistance of the range. So for now, focus on that range, traders. Yes, the breakout of the support of the range for now will give you a strong bearish signal, while the breakout of the resistance of the range will give you the bullish signal. Yes, that is so far what I see right here. And of course, following our rule, remember that after the test of the support of the range, probabilities are high that the price will bounce to the resistance of the range. So local intraday bias now is kind of bullish, yeah, but from a daily time frame perspective, remember that we are bearish. Yes, chances are higher that this one will drop. Silver. Question about silver from Anthony. Anthony, nice to see you. Nice to see you, man, and thank you for watching. And by the way, here was the forecast that I shared on silver earlier. Yes, this one I shared on my free Telegram channel, and then I perfectly predicted the bearish movement here. And the thing is that silver looks very bearish now, and the market successfully violated that major rising trend line, and the market also violated that key horizontal structure. Yes, so we got right here a double breakout, the breakout of that key structure, and the trend line. Then, however, you can see that here we have a very important horizontal support. Yes, that is very close to current price levels. So, from such a perspective, Anthony, selling is not an option here already because this support is very close. But buying is not an option as well because we still did not reach the support. So we are trading in a very kind of uncomfortable point. Yeah, and from the intraday perspective, let's check what we have over here. Let's check what clues we have right here. Let's try to draw some trend lines and let's try to look for some important clues over here, guys. Some trend lines, but they are still not relevant, I would say. Nothing special. Nothing special, man, here at the moment. So, my best advice to you is that for now, this one doesn't really look good for trading. Yes, the key levels are far. The market is quite oversold, but the support is reached. Some manipulations are happening right here. So wait for the CPI report. Probably it will clarify. Yes, where the market will go next. And for now, don't touch it. Yeah. Drink some water, my friend. Yeah, definitely. Right. Shanna says, I feel CPI will come positive. Does it indicate rate pause or cut? You know, cheating for more than 9 years, I came to the conclusion that prediction of the interest rate decisions, prediction of the CPI reports is very hard. Yes, you should analyze so much fundamental data to make the predictions of the release of the news in the economic calendar. So my advice to you is if you have very limited data, if you don't have the Bloomberg terminal, if you don't have some premium data from different news outlets, my advice is to stick to technicals. Yes, and in my view, it is better to you will mastering technical analysis. You will be able to make quite accurate predictions relying just on technicals. Yes, analyzing the fundamentals, predicting the fundamentals is very complicated. Now, what will be the next one? Pound yen and pound dollar. Pound dollar first, roughly about pound dollar because on a pound dollar pair, I have spotted recently the breakout of important trend line. Let me just remember from where exactly I was drawing that. Yeah, probably, yeah, something like that. Yes. Little bit, just little bit earlier, I have spotted here in pound dollar the breakout of that rising trend line. And it turned out that the breakout of that trend line matched perfectly with the breakout of that horizontal structure. So not only the market violated the trend line, we also closed below that horizontal structure. Now the broken trend line and the broken horizontal structure compose the expanding zone of supply. It is the zone from where we can expect the next bearish movement. So personally, from a daily time frame perspective, pound dollar looks bearish to me, and I think that from that zone we can expect a bearish movement. Yes, so from such a perspective, I'm very bearish. As a confirmation, you can monitor the 4-hour time frame, and on the 4-hour time frame, you can spot that currently the pair is trading within a horizontal range right here. You can spot that the market is trading within the range, and for now the boundaries of the range are the results for the buyers and the sellers to buy and sell the market from. So your bearish confirmation on pound dollar pair will be the breakout of the support of the range. The breakout of the support of the range will be a strong bearish signal that will push the prices lower. So that is the confirmation that you should look for to confirm the initiation of a bearish movement on a pound dollar pair. If you're looking for buying bullish confirmation, for now traders, my advice is to strictly wait for a bullish breakout of that trend line. If we violate that trend line, if the market forgets about that trend line and goes higher, that will trigger the bullish movement on pound dollar. But for now, my bias is very, 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 very bearish. Now, Aussie Swiss. Aussie Swiss pair. Let's check Aussie Swiss. On Aussie Swiss, I'm very bearish. I guess you saw that on Aussie Swiss, we have recently violated a very important structure Leo. Yeah, here was our Leo. We violated that, retested, and we saw a strong rejection from the broken structure. By the way, traders, if you are wondering what is the pair that I analyze, in the top left corner there is the ticker of the instrument that I analyze. So if you're wondering what is the instrument, yeah, check the top left corner. Yeah. So on Aussie Swiss, strong bearish trend, new level, retest, rejection. So most likely this one will drop lower. On this one, I am very, 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 very bearish. And if we analyze the historical key levels, in the past, we can spot that Aussie Swiss was much lower. And so far, to me, the goal for the sellers is around 0.56.3 level. So far, that is the next goal for the sellers to me. So I think the pair will easily reach that support quite soon. Chimuka says, greetings Vasily, wanna ask you if it is advisable to long Aussie dollar, pound dollar, and the same time short euro dollar, because I realized all the quote pairs are correlated pairs. Chimuka, the thing is that yes, the instruments are correlated, but sometimes you will get very, very, very opposite signals. For example, with my students on dollar CAD pair, we spotted very bearish signal. And at the same time, analyzing the euro CAD pair, we spotted a very bullish signal. Yes, on Aussie CAD at the same time, we got a very bullish confirmation. So even though the pairs are very closely correlated, we decided to short dollar CAD and buy euro CAD. And even though the trades were completely opposite, it turned out that the setup on dollar CAD was wrong, and on euro CAD it was accurate. So we never knew in advance, my friend. And sometimes correlations do exist, and sometimes the correlations are broken locally. So my advice to you is to treat each and every instrument individually, forgetting about the correlations. And even though they do exist, I personally do believe that for the intraday trading, correlations are irrelevant. Yes, so it is better to treat each and every instrument separately, individually, not being biased because of the correlations. Yes, so the correlations should not affect your bias. That is my advice to you. I hope that you understand. So the next one, pound yen. Pound yen pair. On the pound yen pair, we can see that bulls are pushing the prices. Yeah, and you can see that currently we have the breakout attempt of that resistance. So, cheers. On pound yen, we have two very strong resistances right here. We are currently breaking this one, and soon we will approach this one. Because the pair is trading in a long-term bullish trend, of course, probabilities are high that the market will go even higher. And for now, my best advice to you is to wait for a breakout of that yellow area. If the market breaks and closes above that yellow area, if we violate that on a daily, if we close above that on a daily, it will be your strong bullish confirmation, and then the market will go lower. Yeah, so wait for a breakout. Breakout most of the time gives you a very solid and strong confirmation. Yeah, so that is the main thing to watch for now on the pound yen pair. Now, question from Dennis, Pound Cat. And cheaters, let me know if you have any questions. Please ask, and I will be happy to analyze any instrument for you. Pound Cat. In the Pound Cat pair, we are currently trading within the range. Yes, here is our horizontal range. And for now, the price perfectly respects its boundaries. Because we are trading in a bullish trend, I personally believe that the breakout of the resistance of the range right here will give us a very strong bullish signal. Yes, so if the market breaks and closes above that resistance, it will be a strong trend following signal. And then a bullish continuation will be expected to that horizontal resistance. So wait for a breakout, wait for a daily candle close above that resistance. That will be your bullish confirmation. Now, a couple of words about the 4-hour time frames analysis. On the 4-hour time frame, we have a strong intraday support right here. Yes, we have a very strong intraday support cluster that the price perfectly respects for now. I will be bearish on pound cat pair if the market breaks and closes below that support. If we violate that support, if we close below that, yes, that will be a bearish signal for me, and then I will expect a bearish movement to that yellow support. Yes, so these are the scenarios for you to watch. Natural gas. By the way, I forgot to check natural gas this morning. Let me open the ticker. Yeah, when I was checking the charts this morning, I forgot to check the natural gas. But let's check this one together. What a bullish movement right here. Yeah, and we see the test of a very important resistance on natural gas at the moment. And we also violated that very important resistance to the upside. So we have the test of that resistance. And from that resistance, the market may drop easily, right? From that resistance, we can look for some pullback trade. And you can see that after the test of that resistance, we were rejected, and now the market is quite weak. On an hourly time frame, we can spot that currently the market is ranging. Yes, and that we are trading within a horizontal range here. So bearish breakout of the support of the range will trigger a local bearish movement. Yes, if the market violates that, if the market closes below the support of the range, I guess we can expect a correctional movement to that yellow support. Yes, so you can consider the breakout for local shorting, for scalp shorting. On a daily time frame, however, looking for the further bullish continuation, I would recommend waiting for a breakout of that horizontal resistance to the upside. If the daily candle closes above that horizontal resistance, I will expect a bullish continuation to higher structure levels. Yes, I will expect a bullish continuation to that resistance cluster. Yes, you can consider such a scenario for buying the pair. Yeah. See some questions about oil. Jeez, remember that we started today's live stream from WTI crude oil analysis? Yes, so you can check the first, I believe, first 10 minutes of the today's live stream. Yes, I shared very detailed analysis for WTI crude oil. I guess you will enjoy that, so don't forget to check the beginning. And New Zealand CAD, very interesting what is up here on New Zealand CAD. Yes, first of all, we are trading in a bearish trend. Yes, and from such a perspective, of course, of course, you can see that we set a new lower high right here after the price set a new lower low. Here on a daily, we set a new lower high. And I personally believe that this one will keep falling. I think that the New Zealand CAD pair will drop lower, and the goal for the sellers for now is that support. If we zoom in the chart and analyze the price action, we can spot that for now the price perfectly respects that horizontal support. Yes, we see nice bullish reactions from that horizontal structure at the moment. Your very bearish confirmation on New Zealand CAD will be the breakout of that horizontal support. The bearish violation, the daily candle close below that support, will be a strong bearish signal for you. Yes, and if the daily candle closes below that support, you can look for shorting on a retest of a broken structure, expecting a bearish continuation to that support. That will be the plan for New Zealand CAD pair. And see question from David. David, by the way, asked to analyze Bitcoin every live stream, right? David, is that you who always asks to analyze Bitcoin? I believe it's you. So I guess traders, you would agree with me that after we perfectly predicted the bearish continuation on Bitcoin after breakout of that key horizontal support. And now what we see is that Bitcoin is trading between two very important structures, right? We have a very solid resistance right here, and we have a very solid support. So Bitcoin is currently trading within the range. Yes, that is our current horizontal range. And by the way, checking the hourly time frame, David, I guess you saw that. We tested the resistance of the range. We formed the double top pattern there. Yes, we formed a cute double top pattern there. We violated the neckline. We retested that. And of course, from such a perspective, it feels like Bitcoin will drop lower, traders. From such a perspective, it feels like Bitcoin will drop, and we will most likely see the bearish continuation to that support. Yes, so from such a perspective, the price action here is of course bearish. Returning to a daily time frame, what we can conclude here is that if the market breaks and closes below that yellow structure support, if we close below that yellow zone of demand, that will be a strong bearish signal. Yes, and then Bitcoin will drop even lower. While a bullish violation of the resistance of that range will give you a bullish confirmation. And then we will expect a bullish continuation on Bitcoin at least to that resistance. Yeah, so these are the scenarios. But from the intraday perspective, I guess you would agree with me that this one looks very bearish. Trading Mafia says, love it, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Yusuf says, hi, Vasily. Can you please talk about bleeding candlesticks? Yes, Yusuf. I guess I will record a separate video for that because, but in general, I guess the best example of this one is on US 30 index. Yes. So Yusuf, if we open the Dow Jones, yeah, as you remember, on a weekly time frame, we have that structure right here and the bearish engulfing candle. Yes, that is the bearish engulfing candle on a weekly. And on a daily, inside that weekly candle, we have the double top pattern with the confirmed neckline breakout. Yes, so that is how here is the perfect example of the relationships between the candlestick pattern formation on a weekly and the price action pattern on a daily. Yeah, I hope you see the relation here. Then, what will be the next one? Peepmaker says, what do you think could be causing the weird consolidation with Aussie New Zealand? Remember that the market consolidates when smart money are placing the orders. Yes, the market is forming the ranges when big players are placing the orders there. So from that resistance, for example, there is always the supply. There is the guaranteed supply. And because of that guaranteed supply, when the market approaches that, all buying orders are eaten by someone. And usually that is the big player, the bank, for example, who just takes all the buying orders from that zone. So, as I always say, most of the time, such ranges signify the activity of the big players, of smart money. For that reason, such ranges are so important for us, and for that reason, it is so important to monitor the price action within the ranges and especially around the boundaries of the ranges. Yes, that is what I think. Uh, and says buy pound yen. I don't think that it is a good idea to buy pound yen now, my friend, as we already discussed this one. Pound yen, yeah, you can hold, of course you can hold. So we see the breakout attempt of that resistance. Of course you can hold, expecting the bullish continuation at least to 183.73. So I guess you can hold. So traders, I guess you enjoyed today's live stream. Please do not forget to share with me your feedbacks. Please let me know how was it? How was your experience? Let me know what are your feelings about today's live stream. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my social networks. Remember that I have Instagram, I have TradingView page, I have free Telegram channel, I have Twitter, I have Facebook group. Do not forget to subscribe. All the links are in the description below. Also, for premium stuff, do not forget to check my website, because there I have the one-on-one coaching program for you. I have the Trading Academy for you. And traders, I have the book and video course for you, teaching you my trading strategy. Also, by the way, I have the signals group for you as well. So check my website for more details. Thank you so much, traders. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon. And by the way, the recording will be provided just in a couple of minutes. Thank you.